Born to work and born to be busy. For the humble honeybees, there's no time to rest. More so at this hectic time of the year for many apiaries around the country. Here in the Hawke's Bay, Kintail Honey is busy packaging bees for export overseas. This export of buzzing livestock is a bigger revenue earner than bee products, but both are impossible without skilled beekeepers. Part of this operation are two Filipino beekeepers, Florent and Ronaldo, who've both helped raise, feed and manage nearly 1,000 hives around the region.
This morning we do some shaking bees. We do some shaking bees because some of the Canadian, they bought some bees from here, especially in Kintail Honey, because we have a very, very good quality of bees. It's not aggressive, and they produce more honey too.
Both Ronaldo and Florent came to New Zealand with what they thought were basic beekeeping skills. Little did they know that 3 years on, they'd become an invaluable part of the team here.
They're a critical part of our team because they're very, very skilled in the beekeeping side of things. Anybody can do anything else, extract or whatever, but I've hired them straight for their beekeeping skills, and they came with some really high skills. They really did, and I was more than impressed, really.
New Zealand bees are in high demand around the world. A few weeks from now, these very bees being packaged will be making honey for apiarists half a world away in a Canadian spring. While Ronaldo shakes the bees and fills 1 kilo of them into packages, Florent fits in a sugar-based artificial feed for the bees' 15-hour-long flight.
So apparently this is the snack that the bees need on the flight. It's agar-based sugar, and we're just making sure that the bees have something to snack on while they're flying all the way to Vancouver. I hope I got that right. Don't want to starve those bees.
The bees are clearly agitated by all the shaking and relocating. There isn't a spare moment, and painful stings are all part of the job.
We need to be quick, because the more quicker, less sting.
Well, vital instructions for survival in an apiary is do not be a helicopter. You're not meant to be waving your hands around the place, but you can't really help doing that because they're just everywhere. It's just absolutely mind-boggling. I've never seen anything like it. It's like this paranoia of being stung because they're just everywhere, even almost at the tip of your nose there. But yeah, they're just outside the veil, but you can't help thinking that you might just get stung. But hopefully I'll have a lucky day today and not get stung.
It's now nearly the end of the packaging and honey season, but a beekeeper's year is full of diverse activities that change with each season. Especially at Kintail, where it's not just honey that's the focus.
It's not just on honey, but doing everything you can get. It's like from honey, from pollination, from honey, bees from wax, and everything. Because most of the beekeepers, or I know and I worked before, is just they go on honey.
In October each year, Ronaldo and Florent help the apiary move hundreds of hives to pollinate the orchards that Hawke's Bay is so famous for. Without the bees, we'd have no fruit. It's nature's simple equation at work.
The orchard is they need the bees, like to produce more fruits, especially like if the bees they triple their fruits because of bees. That's why they need the bees. We need the orchard too. For the pollen too, pollination, they get especially easy money because they put your hives on there, leave it there, they let the bees to work it out, leave it there for a couple of weeks and pick it up, and that's it.
Whereas maintaining hives and pulling honey is a tough slog.
Pulling honey is the hard part, especially heavy boxes, especially if we have a good season, so up to 7 boxes of honey. So most, if we have a good season, roughly 40 kilo, 50 kilo per boxes.
Nearly 10,000 tonnes of honey are produced in New Zealand each year, making beekeeping one of New Zealand's top rural industries. From clover to manuka, depending on the flowers the bees feed on, honey is formed in these hives after pollination in October. Come December, the full honeycombs are taken out of the boxes regularly and are brought into the extraction unit all through summer.
How long does it actually take for something like this to be full of honey? Because it's loaded with honey, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a clover.
Yeah.
Like it takes like 1-2 days, maybe. If the,
Is that all?
Yeah, that's
For
all.
this to be full of honey?
They pull up this one for 1 or 2 days.
In a nutshell, the wax is scraped off the combs and they're spun in machines. Once honey is extracted and the wax separated, the honey goes through purification.
Basically, it's fruit of this season. It's good as well to break for the honey polling and come here, do a bit of extracting and see what your fruit of the labor. Yeah.
But of all beekeeping stages, rearing queens is the most highly specialized. Today, Ronaldo and Florent are out learning more of this. Here from the exclusive mating boxes, they cage one queen along with 10 escort bees for export.
You have no queens, no hives. So queens the ones like commanding all the bees, what they're going to, what they're doing. Queen is the life. So you produce a good queen, so you produce a good hives. More honey, more money.
It's a long way from the Philippines to rural Hawke's Bay. And for the boys, the move has had its ups and downs.
And I saw a lot of countryside and I love it. I love that countryside. That's why I'm here. That's why I love it here in New Zealand. And here, being silence, give you peace of mind, you can relax.
But Florent, here without his family, finds homesickness is becoming hard to keep at bay.
I really miss my mom. She's a bit sick today. One day probably I go home June, July for the holiday. Haven't been home for about 3 years now. So I think it's time. Time to go home.
With winter, the honey season comes to an end. The bees and their keepers head home to return in spring when nature's cycle will begin all over again.